I was going on a lunch with few of my colleagues, and notification hit my screen. And I looked at it. It said the Bitcoin price touched 105K US dollar, which is around probably 90 lakhs in INR. I was taken aback for a moment because 10 years back when I was interning, we had a client who kind of started very early in 2014 to start dealing in crypto, and the price was around 5,000 INR, which is much smaller in US, probably few dollars in USD at that point of time. And I always probably had a bias because thought of this is created out of thin air, and it's kind of a Ponzi scheme, and over a period of time it's going to lose its value because anybody can mimic it because it's created of thin air. Anybody can copy the code and create something like that. It's not backed by anything. Whereas a lot many other currencies or assets are more stable, has more value. So and just people are following it as Charlie Munger said, right? It's crypto is like a rat poison, and people who are investing is like people who are trading in dirt, trying to find a bigger fool to sell this at a higher price. Um, and looking at the price now in 2025, um, it was something created a lot of curiosity within me to find out why this is priced so high, right? Why the cryptocurrency is trading one Bitcoin at 105K US dollar, or close to 90 lakh INR. So then I've started spending a little bit time on it over a weekend, trying to find, oh, let's get the um, understanding first, before I reach a conclusion. And this is where a lot of things started unfolding, and the curiosity kind of um, doubling down every time that I watch a video or make a research. Uh, Crypto market is around 3.5 trillion with T, right? Overall market cap is more than Apple now. Bitcoin alone is around 60% of the total crypto market, valued at 2.1 trillion at this point of time. When I record this video, one Bitcoin value is around 107,000 US dollar, right? As I told you, it's close to 90 lakh INR. And overall energy consumed um, in the world is close to 0.5% to 1% of overall power or energy generated in the world, right? 0.5% is equivalent to overall consumption of countries like Netherlands, Sweden, and lot many other countries in the world, right? The amount of energy spent on crypto is as big as that. And overall Bitcoin network is estimated to be over more than 100,000 powerful than Google data center. Just assume that, right? It's very difficult to um, imagine how big it is. And the interesting fact is no one controls Bitcoin. There's no central agency. People don't even know who's the creator of Bitcoin. Uh, while this creator went with the pseudonymous name of Satoshi Nakamoto, people are not really sure whether he's an individual, either it's a group of people or it's an institution. Um, Yeah, but if you look at this point of time, the image you see below is from one of the mining farm right? Just to show you an example of how big the overall infrastructure, computing investment in Bitcoin. Um, it's really amazing. Uh, I believe you all understand um, and able to contextualize how big overall crypto m- market is. Specifically, the bigger one is Bitcoin. How big Bitcoin is at this point of time, and you know what is crypto. Let's get the base right. Let's understand what is cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is nothing but internet of money, right, which is borderless, no central authority, um, and assume, considering there's no central authority, it's a giant shared spreadsheet everyone in the network have access to. Anybody can view what is their view, what is their holding of crypto currency or Bitcoin, for instance, and it's all trusted by everyone in the network, right? We will double down as a part of this series to decode exactly what is cryptocurrencies, what is Bitcoin, etc. And it's really amazing. And as we are going into this journey, um, think about it as a new one. It's a bring a new perspective. Don't get intimidated by a lot of terminologies that we're gonna use. You will learn along the way if you have a little bit of curiosity like me, right? And one thing I regret is I had such a great bias for crypto because one is it's created thin air, there's no value in it, and it's like a Ponzi scheme. And I also had a lot of bias that it's used primarily for illegal activities like terrorism, pornography, etc. Let's set aside that bias for a moment as we learn this, right? Then we will evaluate overall what are the pros and cons of cryptocurrencies or Bitcoin. Is it truly brings value, or is just the hype? Or it has um, no good way to create value, rather it's just for the parallel illegal economy. Let's set this aside, let's set aside the bias as we learn this concept. And as I told you, let's use this to use this opportunity to learn what is cryptocurrency, and which will help us to make informed decision rather than just going ahead with the greed and panic of you know um, buying and selling crypto in the market to make a short-term profit. It's like when you're getting into trading in shares, where if you really make an investment primarily based on the technical analysis as an individual investor, probably you will never end up make profit. You exit at loss, right? But if you really invest a little bit of time to understand the fundamentals, think of long term, then you have really great opportunities. As we go through this giant circle of crypto, we will come back to you at the end as an individual, what's really in it for me, right? So as we are talking about cryptocurrency and why it's introduced, what is the confusion that we all have, let's dive a little more into why do we need cryptocurrencies, right? At this point of time, the mode of money exchange is is centralized. There is central institutions like bank and a lot of institutions that are controlling, um, a lot of decisions that would influence people like you and me. And what is the problem with it, right? We all of us in all the countries, we have money as a mode of value exchange. We'll also get to that. What is money? Why do we need money? But before that, let's understand the current system of centralized control, our trust in those central institution, and what is the problem with it, right? One is fragility. The currency value of currency, the amount of goods and services it can buy, is depending on the central decision of um, issuing more currencies primarily, right? The government prints more money, it gets the buying power gets reduced. Countries like Argent, think about, right? It's not probably not that high in India and countries like US, but if you think about over a period of time, the amount of dollar or rupee that can get you a number of goods and services is lot lesser than what it was in 1980, probably in 2025. The value of money is decreasing because the government is issuing more and more notes every year. And probably it's not that big. But think about countries like Turkey, Argentina, Zimbabwe, Lebanon. The the inflation is as big as 80% to 350% to a lot more. And probably you might have seen in Africa where the currencies are weighed, then counted to buy something, right? Because the government kept on printing the money as it was not backed by gold or any other asset anymore. So currencies at this point of time gonna lose its value because of the central decision of printing more money. And if you're unable to, you know, keep up with the inflation, your dollar or rupee gonna lose its value. And the second biggest problem with this current arrangement is central bailouts, right? There are few individuals who can make decisions that are favorable to them. We have seen in 2008 crisis, Wall Street got 700 billions of bailout, and ultimately it impacted people. The problem with the current system is, if you look at the recession, is really in a long term good for the economy. It washes out the bad loss making ventures, but people don't let go of some of this bad institutions because they want to keep power. They want to be in the power. They don't want the short term impact. They don't really think about long term. And there are a lot of bailouts. End of the day, it's impacting people like you and me, but we don't really know because we just trust the central system. And the third one is the level of state control. Government and banks has a lot of power. They can freeze, they can seize, they can limit your access to money at any point of time, right? Um, and it's an unlimited power for these institutions. And privacy, right? You don't. It's very difficult to keep the privacy of your data, and it is also politicized at times where um, these central institutions are not really acting in the best interest of the crowd. Um, Whereas crypto offers decentralization, trustless institution. You don't really have to believe anyone. It works on not believing in any one institution, one individual, one single authority, which can devalue, freeze, confiscate your assets. Rather, you work on a trustless system, and we will understand what it is exactly and how it works in the coming slides. And The second part of the challenge with the current system is the accessibility, right? Who gets to participate? One is there is huge portion of the total population, especially probably global south, um, has unbanked population, and it has a lot of challenges, right? Especially women, rural areas, informal workers, SME set of organizations. Billions of people still don't have access to basic financial services. And over a period of time, if you say in India, that has improved at a great level. We have access to a lot of people have access to banking than probably 10 years before, and the barriers are removed within the countries to make transactions with the UPI and digital structure, which is related to our second problem of barriers: slow, expensive, restrictive current system. Again, while it solved the problem within the country, we still have the problem of cross-border remittance, fees payments, and time it takes to move the funds. It's still a problem. But crypto offers open, borderless access to, just like using a phone, right? You just like using WhatsApp to make a call. No banks, no paperwork, no permission required, because there's no central authority, and it's the system is really beautiful. So cryptocurrencies brings a lot of value to the current system, and we will decode step by step, right? Broadly, we understood the what is crypto and why do we need crypto, what's the problem with the current system. And in the next episode, we will jump into what is the mode of sharing value. We will deep dive a little more because the fundamentals are so important for us to understand the importance of cryptocurrency and the value it's going to bring to you, to me, and for everyone. Being the the single currency or the mode of value exchange for the overall world without any borders. Thank you. See you in the next episode. Please share, like, subscribe. So I'll be able to create much more contents like this. Thank you.